Doing my traditional sound check today. Can everybody hear me okay? All right. Just checking out the sound. Love it when I get the notifications that I'm going live. Hey, how's it going on Wano? Can you hear me okay? Is this okay? Sound level, sound check. I have to check it every time. Make sure we're good. All right, awesome. Thank you so much. How's everybody doing tonight? On this another Tuesday evening. We're going to continue with this cowboy. I think I wanted to dig into the get the face going tonight and make that hat. Let's see if we can get that going. So let's hide some stuff, I think. Let's see. Hello, hello. Thanks everybody for dropping by. Glad you could make it. Thanks for, I feel like Bob Ross sometimes. Thank you for letting me into your home this evening. Isn't that what he always used to say? Rest in peace, Bob. All right. How's it going? How is it going? You know what? I'm gonna take these earphones off since I know that this is working. Because I'm only monitoring my voice. I can kind of hear what I sound like. So, 1 second. Okay. Now I don't have those big earphones on my head. Just let me know if the sound goes bad. It shouldn't. We should be good. Okay. So I'm just thinking about this hat here. Make sure I don't have any. Okay, no subdivision levels. I'm going to use a cylinder. An actual cylinder. There we go, done. So how is everybody doing? Did you guys go see Coco yet? I saw it. I took my family on the weekend. What a fantastic movie. Phenomenal. Oh, Sumerian, I'm sorry. Dang. It's awesome. It's worth the wait. Worth the wait. It's so good. Yes, I teared up like a baby. Cutting onions. Yeah, it's definitely a tearjerker, that's for sure. Nice. And is anybody watching from California? There are some crazy fires going on right now. So I hope everybody's okay. Let's see. I'm going to tilt it forward just a bit. I think I'm just going to leave it flat. It's super flat, so. Ooh, nice. Sure, yeah, ask away, man. Absolutely. Let's see. working on the head, but the back part is missing. Think of it like a mask. So I'd like to have the eyes hollow. So are you saying the back part of the head is missing, or the back part of the eyes are missing? And do you want it? Let's see. Oh, so you're saying it's like, it's sort of like your head is like a mask, right? And you want to have the eyes hollow, so they have like the back part of the head. Do you have an image that you can paste, like link to somewhere? Because essentially all you do is kind of like I do with the clothing that you've seen me do here, where you just make it single-sided, and then you can make holes just by deleting the faces, like make new faces with the Z modeler brush, delete the holes, and then add thickness, and then when you add thickness it'll have holes. Or you can use the Cue Mesh. So if I have Cue Mesh, I don't know if this is what you want, is you can just grab a poly and push it all the way through, and then you have a hole. Is that kind of what you're looking for? Okay. I'm just kind of guessing at this point, so. All right, let's see, Cue Mesh. Look at this guy. I answered it? Okay. Yep, Cue Mesh. So Cue Mesh is on the Z Remesher by default. This hat. It's like too perfect CG. All right, let's see. I'm gonna do it one more time, but I need to go out a little further. Yep, Amish today. Hats are so funny when you're making them until you get them tuned. So big. Such a big brim. Okay. Now I'm going to try something here. I haven't messed with these too much. These bend arcs. What do you know? I'm lucky tonight. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's see if I can go up. Twist, radius. Hey Chris, what's up, man? Welcome, welcome. Radius twist? No, I don't want to twist. Okay. Man, that was lucky. Lucky, I just found it. Let's go back. I do want to twist it a little bit like this. Hey, what's up, Eric Thomas? How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Attentive Slug, you have a question? Ask away, please. If I'm making a character for animation, should I topple the head with the character? Should you topple the head with the character and without? I don't understand the question, I guess. So to kind of answer it generically, if you're going to make a character's face for animation, you will definitely want to retop it. And I usually have the head separate from the body, if I can get away with it. And I usually hide that separation, like See how his head is separate from his body? I'll hide the separation down in the collar somewhere. That's in case, it just makes it easier for rigging and stuff like that. And I'll usually spend the time to retop him for sure, the face. And I typically don't do the retop inside of ZBrush. So. Oh, Eric, I just barely got your email, just barely. So you said there's some that are missing. So I changed it from 4R7 to 4R8 because there are some new brushes, and so I changed 2 of them, and I'll tell you why. So I changed one. I took out the Smooth Stronger because it was getting, when it was on my interface, and I love Smooth Stronger, but when I included it with my user interface, it wouldn't load for some reason. So there would be just a hole in the interface and it wouldn't be there. So I decided just to get rid of it. But it comes with ZBrush. You can just find it in, if you go to hit comma, go to brush and go to smooth right here. Smooth Stronger is right there. So I still use that brush a lot. And the second brush was a Carve Brush. And that brush got replaced by the chisel brush right here. So the chisel brush just is way superior to the Carve Brush. They both do the same thing, but this chisel brush allows you to start a line and then continue it on afterwards as long as you have a morph target. So that's why I got rid of that brush and put this one in there. So I changed it from 4R7 to 4R8, and how you can tell that this is a 4R8 user interface is that the buttons, these little sliders, are green. That's how you know that you have the latest. So yeah, that's, I thought I explained that in the instructions. If I didn't, I need to go explain it better so you're not confused. And then yeah, so hopefully that helps. And if you guys, he's asking about this user interface and these brushes. Like I always say on my stream, if you want these brushes and this user interface and my ruler file, you can go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com and download all of those for free. So I'm glad you're digging them. Sorry about the confusion there. Okay, I want to kind of do, I've seen some hats that have a little bit of detail around the top. So I'm going to do that. Oh, you may have skimmed. My wife gets mad at me for skimming all the time. So no worries there. No worries at all. Did you even read what I wrote you? Maybe. Oh. Okay, let's see. Cue Mesh, I want to extrude. So this is kind of interesting because what I'm trying to do is I need a bunch of rings coming into the inside of this. But when I go to inset, if I use inset, let's see, where is it? Inset, polygroup all. You'll see that it changes the shape. Whoops, let me, inset region. See that? It changes the shape because it's made of quads instead of poles. So I want to do that, but I don't want to lose the shape. So instead, I have to either insert an edge along the edge here, and then scale that in, or I need to extrude it up and then scale it in. I think I'm going to insert an edge like this. And when you're doing stuff like that, when the edge is really close to another edge, I turn dynamic subdivision off, because if I have it on, I can't really tell how far away that line is from that edge. It's kind of false. See how close it is? But it's showing me that it's this far away because it's being subdivided. What's up, Mad Duck? Welcome, man. And I'm going to put some more, just some more lines in here. Okay, so now go to my gizmo, and then I can, I'm going to bring this in to be the furthermost. So if I scale that in to be as far in as I want it to be, then what I can do is, let's see. Well, I need this line to be the same level as this one. So here's a trick for you guys. On a mask, and invert the mask, and I can use this clip brush. And clip respects masking. So I can face it in the direction of the hat, and it will actually pull any unmasked geometry up to match the top. Did you see that? Hocus pocus. Hey, what's up, Dark Spartacus? How you doing tonight? So did you guys all see what I did there? So typically the clip brush will clip anywhere. See the faded edge? It will grab anything on the faded edge and push it to the line like that. See that? I just pushed it. So I don't really like to call it clip. It's more like shove. It's like pushes all the geometry to that line. But it also works in the opposite direction, and it works on anything that's masked. That's why I can use it to pull as well. I mean, it's still pushing, but I want it to be, the whole thing to be flat to this edge. So there we go. Where's a good place to start learning about anatomy and getting the correct proportions for my character? Nice name, Pooh Brain. So there are some really good places. There's proco.com is fantastic. Anatomy for Sculptors is another one. Scott Eaton does a fantastic online course. And there's, let's see, yeah, there's a whole bunch of resources. Maybe you guys can help me out with those. But I'm a big fan of Proco. He teaches how to do figure drawing, and he teaches anatomy, how to do anatomy for figure drawing. But it translates over to sculpting quite well. And he does it in a very entertaining, non-dry way. So, yay Proco. He's awesome. I'm waiting a week for my stream. Oh yeah, thank you so much. Yes, Johannes is amazing. I love his latest one too. It's like a 80s rocker girl. Okay, it's pretty hilarious. Transpose, edge loop complete. Let's push this down in. Oh, I don't want that to be a crisp edge right there. So honestly, I think I'm going to, whoops, uncrease all. Let's see what that does. There we go. And I want to arc this brim up just a bit. Whoops. That Skelly. I may or may not have had something to do with that Skelly. I just beta tested it for him. Helped him out a little bit. I did not model it. But yeah, that Skelly is hilarious. He uses an animated 3D skeleton to help him teach. And it's quite hilarious. So I'm going to ask again now that there are more people in here. Is anybody here watching this from California where the fires are? I hope you guys are okay. Scary stuff. I have a lot of friends out in California. Okay, I'm going to raise this up. Okay, and I'm just going to barely inflate this. Kind of hard to see. Let me turn on this Zebro Gray. Oh, got to turn off my spotlight projection. I'm like, it's not doing anything. Ah, oh, it's horrible. Everybody's saying the sky is dark. It's in Ventura. I think there's one in Ventura, California. Okay, that's too much. Too much. And some of my friends have been marking themselves safe on Facebook. I'm like, God, you guys get out of there. Fires are nothing to toy with, for sure. All right. Now we have his hat. I'm not going to put the details around the rim, whatever you want to call it yet, the brim of the hat yet. I'm going to put this line through there though. And I kind of like, it looks like he's got a little bit of a change of direction. So I'm going to put that in there. The UK? Yeah, it's not very close to the UK. Okay, let's see. Oh, jeez. Yours too, huh? You can't get away? I'm sorry. Oh, my goodness. Wow. Let's see. I'm going to try and bevel this. Transpose it. Needs to be faster. What I mean by faster is a faster turn. It's too soft. So I can either crease it or I can put more edge loops. Put more edge loops, I think. Maybe one more down in here. Let me bevel this. That's better. Let's see. I thought that was already a thing, but no surprise. No surprise there. Okay, let's start making the hair on him. I think I'm gonna block out the back and then work my way forward after I save. Yeah, just rumors, you know. see. Kind of looks like a robot from this direction. Just gonna block in the hair. Let's see. Lion turtle. I love lion turtles. From Avatar. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. But I'm not taking requests at the moment, sorry. But it's not a bad idea. Yes, I wish, you know, I heard they're getting, one of the main writers is getting together with, I can't remember who else, making a game, and I'm not sure what that's all about. Okay, I'm going to kind of destroy this a little bit. Heliotrope. Sure, what's up? Let's see, I have a very simple question. If a character is wearing a skirt, do you block it with primitives too, or do you do the body and then the skirt? So if you watch the stream prior to this one, you will see exactly how I did this coat, and see how the coat does not hug the legs perfectly. I actually created a flared out cylinder that I then drew the lines on. So if you watched last week's stream, it's on YouTube. You can check out and see exactly how I do it. But yes, to answer your question, I do sometimes make some primitives that I use temporarily to draw on top of. Thanks for the question. Okay. He kind of has messy hair, so I just kind of wanted to just roughly block in. Just kind of some messiness. Maybe a mullet. Cowboys have mullets, right? Okay. I also have a course. If you want to follow that, my course is super organized, and I go through every step slower. I had to make a super cheapo pleated skirt not too long ago. Oh yeah. So with a pleated skirt, I do it a little differently. What I'll do is I'll kind of make a ring of polygons, and then I'll just kind of form that into pleats with what's it called? Radial symmetry. So I can just do like one pleat in a big circle. And then I will delete the center ring, and then I can bridge between the two after I make the top into a cone and the bottom into like the skirt. So then I can bridge it so it goes from non-pleated to pleated as it goes down. It works out pretty good. Or Marvelous Designer is great. It's a cheaty way to do it. The cheaty way. Oh, so yeah, Eric, you're in my yet to be released email list. So yeah, it's a 3-part free training series that you're getting right now. So, and it will come. Just be patient. You'll get the next one tomorrow, and then the next one the next day, I think. Yeah, I like I'm just kind of looking at silhouette to see how far out I want to pull this hair. I think I want to make it quite voluminous, whatever you call it. Don't like that one. I'm going to Z-remesh this. See what it does. Watch the magic. Let's go for a 3. Try it. I'll check it out. I'm not afraid. Oh yeah, I've seen this. Yeah, it's cool. I like it. She's super cute. Yeah, good job on that one. Okay, so here's the Z-remesh mesh. It's nice because it gives me these little points. It didn't give me one right here though. So I'm going to pull this one way out, make it look dumb, and then Z-remesh it. See that? Boom. Smooth that out. Whoa. I can pull it back in. Kind of getting crazy with that one. Okay, let's grow this direction. Four different methods, including making IMM brush. I'm trying to remember the tutorial. My friend Chris, what is his name? Chris Whittaker. I'm trying to remember his last name. How? Anyway, he has a really good going from line to line, making a dress method. I think his nickname's Fuzzy Bunnies. I think. Chris Whittaker. Gosh, drawing a blank. I'm sorry. Funky Bunny. Funky Bunnies. Hold on a second. It's driving me crazy. Chris. Chris Whittaker. Yeah, ArtStation. Funky Bunnies. Tutorials. There we go. So, Chris Whittaker, Funky Bunny, he's amazing. So, if you look in those tutorials and you go down and you see the yin yang, he also did a tutorial showing you how he made those dresses. It's really good. But yeah, he's amazing. That ice cream girl, if you scroll down, so good. So good. Okay. Hey, what's up, Pixel Designs? Welcome to the stream. Just kind of blocking this hair out. Yes, I have. I'm just going along, sculpting real time, 2 hours at a time. Character like this usually takes 2 to 4 weeks. So stretching that out 2 hours at a time, you know, takes a while. Okay. There we go, liking that. Let's give him a mustachio. Save it. This month I might, you know how last month in October I stopped and I did Frankenstein. I might stop and do a Christmas holiday one that's just a single one. Would you guys like that? This will get adjusted. Done, right? All done. Merry Christmas. Let's see. I'm just kind of second guessing this mustache because the way I'm building it right now, it's going to end up super flat like this, and it just looks like just a slab. Like, so I'm thinking about maybe giving it a little bit of volume and doing it a different way with just an insert sphere. I think I will. I can use this appendage brush because the mustache, done. Right? That's all I need. It's so perfect. Good job. It's so tricky getting in the center because it doesn't cross because it's mirrored, you know? So I have to make a really small brush or inflate. Inflate will inflate across the border. See? And get closer. but not too close. Let's see. Snake hook works the best for mustaches. Should call it the mustache brush. See, already this is looking better. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Let's see. It's going into the face way too far. Now I need to pull it back against his face. See what this topology is doing. Ah, it's too fast. There we go. Kind of looks like Wyatt Earp. One of my favorite movies of all time would be Tombstone. Love that movie. Let's see, I'm going to change over to Zebra Gray just so I can see it a little better. What's your favorite character you've ever worked on? Let's see. I would say Boba Fett. He was a blast. Until recently, well, not too recently, but I did a character for Playful. It was called Lucky's Tale, and it was this big cat, this really fat cat, and he had really cool robes and all sorts of cool stuff going on. Let me see. Let me just see if I can find it really fast here. I can show you because he's been released. So let's see. He's gonna have Zebra Gray. Okay. This is his hood. Where's the rest of him? Hold on. Well, he's all in parts. Let's see. So you can see the lows peeking out. Okay, there we go. So he's this big cat. He's got his eyes closed right now. There we go. So he kind of looks like that that owl on Secret and Nim a little bit. Really cool. But I love all this detail and all the colors and really great shapes. So that was one of the funnest characters I've worked on. Great question. Oh, what's up, AFX? Awesome. Yay, I can't wait to see what you have. That will be cool. Thanks, I'm glad you guys like that. You should check out, if you have VR, check out Lucky's Tale. I think that's for Lucky's Tale 2. Okay, let's see. Apply, Z-remesh this bad boy. do it at a 2. That's too much. Maybe a 0.6. Very cool, guys. So what these guys are talking about is I have an online course that I teach how to do this stuff with. It's called the 3D Character Workshop. You can see by my logo right there. And every other month I do a challenge. So in October I did a Halloween challenge, and then this month I'm doing a winter challenge. Just want to shape this a little better. Now that I have some geometry. All right. Let's get the other reference in here. Thanks, guys. If you're interested in that course, if you just go to 3dcharacterworkshop.com and you sign up for my brushes, you don't necessarily have to use the brushes, but that will put you on my emailing list, and you'll be notified the next time the course becomes available for enrollment. Let's see. Hold on. There we go. Do you guys like the format of that course? I've never really asked anyone. Well, I sort of have, you know. I get generic. It's probably dangerous to ask you guys that question during a stream. Okay, see, sometimes a color ref, it kind of helps you understand what the artist was thinking. So now I can kind of see more about the volumes and kind of the way the hair is coming off of here. You know, the sketch is really good for figuring out the build and the shapes and the forms and the silhouette and that kind of stuff, because you can actually see how the process was made and how it was built. And it's kind of like a blueprint of a house. It tells you how the house is built. But now that I'm kind of getting towards the surface and detailing the face and things like that, I kind of want to see more of what the surface detail is so I can understand it better and figure out what the intentions were. Awesome, thanks Pixel. I appreciate it. And I'm still working on more. It's an ever progressing course. And I'm working on some new lessons right now that I hope they'll be out soon. You know, editing those videos takes just as long as making them in the first place. I can't, it always surprises me how long the editing takes. Okay, I don't like how that's curling in. Okay. I need some space between the hair. This is eventually going to be its own few pieces, but I'm still kind of picky with the block out. So I want it to frame his face well. Okay. Hey, what's up? How's it going, Cody? Welcome to the stream. Oh, cool. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. I was wondering if, you know, I don't have the ability to do subtitles. So, and I know I have some students in there that their English isn't their first spoken language. So since I don't have subtitles, I figured if you could go, watch the video and then you could translate all the text below. So with every single video and every single lesson, I have text that is the exact same thing as what I say up in the video, unless it's a time lapse. I do have some time lapses that I will talk over the top of. I just haven't made a text for those yet. I want to, but anyway, for the main lessons, I made a script and I read the script and then I went through and I recorded. It was a crazy process, but a lot of people enjoy how it's laid out. So thank you very much. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed that. Oh, that's a question I had for you guys, since I have a lot of students in here. And I don't know how many of you are brand new or remember being brand spanking new, but I was thinking about, so my first module is Zbrush Fundamentals, and I break down each fundamental, but I don't really go into showing a demonstration of exactly how to do each one, like a hand holding kind of a thing. So at the end of the ZBrush module, I was thinking about doing maybe, I don't know how long it would take me, maybe a half an hour to an hour long session of doing let's see it in practice and follow along as if I'm sitting over your shoulder saying, now do this, now do that, now do this. Because I think a lot of people, ZBrush, like I've said before, it's a difficult beast. And I wonder if people would enjoy that. If they would be interested in that. So if you would like something like that, speak up, or if you would have liked something like that, let me know, or if it would just be a slow waste of time and you'd skip over it. And I was wondering if some people would actually skip over the scripted parts and just watch that instead. Because people have different ways of learning, All right, Z squared. Thank you very much. Maybe someday you can be. You should be. I would love you in there. But that's on my list of things to do. So that's the thing is, like not to keep talking about the course, but it's continually being updated and changed and stuff like that. I still need to do one for the Z Modeler. Z Modeler is it's so huge. It's like that would be a course all of it into its own. There's so much stuff. That's what you struggled with when you started? Okay. Yeah, they get lost in the menus and the hotkeys and stuff. Cool. Awesome, Z squared. Super cool to hear. Yeah, I did a bunch of tutorials for digital tutors back in the day, and I did one like a frog tutorial. And usually I would just kind of, just like I'm doing right now, I would just kind of riff off of what I was doing and explain it as I was going. And I think a lot of people like that method, and that is different for the most part than how I'm teaching in the main bulk of the course. There's because like I said, it's scripted. And I read, and I think sometimes I read a little too fast and people get lost, and I think that's why they appreciate the text. But I'm also wondering if they would appreciate a very slowed down, real time, let's do step by step, let's talk about these things and make sure you get it before we move on. Yeah, totally could. Okay, let's give this guy, you know what, I'm going to color his face. Let's give him some color. That is orange. See, Johannes has put some lighting in here, so he's very orange. Let's go less saturated. we go. Maherj, I hope so, or Maherj. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. I hope so. That's the goal. That's the goal, is to have this guy end up like the concept. So let's see. I'm gonna fill these hands while I have them here. Let's just do a rough. Sometimes. Oh, you did? Right on. Yeah, the frog one, it's a little outdated, but the information's still pretty good. That's on my Gumroad. If you search for Gumroad Shane Olson, you'll find my frog course. And it's just a $20, really small, just little course to get you started. Whoa. Looks good in black, huh? Let's see. That's orange. So sometimes when a color is surrounded by all the other colors, it can really give a different taste of what the color really is. So I'm eyedropping the colors right off of this mustache, but the way it looks versus the way it looks here, I mean, this is pretty red orange, and here it looks pretty brown. So I'm actually going to, just like I did with the skin, I'm going to adjust this so it looks more brown, darker. So it's more about how it looks rather than the perfect eye dropped color. Then I'll come back in with some highlights and stuff like that. So hey, what's up, Dark? Is there a description of the course and how it's broken up somewhere? There is on my sales page. So I don't know. I need to do another webinar soon. I want to do one before the end of the year. Open it up for enrollment. Okay, desaturate this. It's a little pink. Come on. There we go. Right on, Smelly Kellogg. Thank you. Ronnie, what's up, man? Thank you very much. I'm making some head progress today. Making the face. I'll just call you Ma. How's that? Is it necessary for the character to look exactly like the concept or the reference? It depends on if you're hired as a character modeler at a studio and you're handed a piece of concept. You are expected to get as close to that concept as possible, because typically that concept has been signed and delivered and it's ready to go. It's been by the art director and everybody. It's been sold. So that is what you need to create. If you go off the rails somewhere else, then you wouldn't be a very good character modeler, and they'd probably hire the next guy. So they're like, hey, I gave you this concept. Why doesn't it look like the concept? But if you are a designer or a concept artist, or you're concepting in 3D and you're trying to come up with the design, then by all means, just go crazy. But for this, typically, a character modeler is like his worth or her worth is based on how well that person can hit a concept in 3D. So I hope that answers your question. But for personal projects, or if you're a concept artist, like I said, just go crazy. Maher or Mar? Okay. Thanks. Let's see. He's going to be creepy white-eyed for a minute. Did I miss any questions? If I missed any questions, please ask again. I'm not always staring at chat. Okay, let's get some brows on this guy. And I need to get his little Fu Manchu, whatever it's called, little dust patch. Z-modeler. Soul patch. What do I call it? Dust patch? A briar patch? Oh, come on. Not Z-modeler, is he? This one. What am I doing? The soul patch threw me off. Sumerian, what's up? When I was at Games Workshop, the thing they always got people who apply for a sculpting job to do was to copy an existing model as closely as possible. Surprised how many of them failed. Simply due to the fact that the applicants start using artistic license. Yep. Changing the pose, armor, weapons, and even more. Yeah, that's crazy because that's not what you're being paid to do. You're expected to model what they hand you. And in my course, I actually suggest not to model a model. And always model from a 2D concept. The reason why is because, again, you're most likely not going to be handed a model on the job and say, hey, can you model this? Well, it's already modeled, unless you're in China and you're trying to rip off toys or something. Did I say that out loud? So, typically, like, I'll see a lot of people, they'll model like a model from a film. You know, I can see doing it for practice and trying to see if you can hit that model. Like if you're going to go model Wreck-It Ralph or something like that, don't do that to put it in your portfolio because it's always going to be compared to the original. And the original has gone through an excruciating design process with the studio and the art directors and all that. So everything is worked out. And then you're modeling something that's been worked out and modeled, and then you're over here modeling that thing. That's not the best idea because you'll never be in that situation on the job. So it's better to find a piece of concept and then see how close you can hit it. Even better, if you're trying to get on at a specific certain studio, like say Blizzard or something like that, then you'll want to try and model either in their style, as close to their style as possible, or even one of their characters as fan art. Sometimes they're just like, oh, we've seen it. We've seen the fan art. Show me something new. So modeling one of their characters isn't always the best idea, but at least something in their style. So, and the reason why you want to do that is because then they can go, I mean, think about it. They're a company and they're like, we need to hire modelers to model this stuff for our game, and our game is in this style. So let's go out and look for people who can do this. So they'll go through ArtStation, they'll go, okay, this guy can do that style, this guy can, you know, this girl can. So they'll gather those people and then, you know, say, are you interested in working here or whatever. So that's what you have to think about. A lot of artists and modelers are not in that job-getting mentality. They're just like, I'm making art and this is what I made and here's my art and here's my model, and which is fantastic, but that's kind of art for art's sake. That's not art for I'm going to get a job modeling characters' sake, if that makes sense. So I hope that helps you guys. All right. There's my rant. Rant mode off. Ronnie, what are you laughing at? Browse. Here we go. Okay, trying to think of a style for these brows if I want them to be hard edge crease, or if I want the crease to be right along the edge of the face, and then it's kind of rounded off like a pillow. I think I might do that. Here we go. Here goes the debate. Why did they do what they did? You guys. All right. Uncrease. Crease. Edge loop. Well. Okay. Now it's just creased on the back side. And now we can, have no face. There we go. See, now they're more like kind of these pillow shapes. Kind of like the mustache. It's more of a rounded idea rather than a crispy, hard-edged brow. Like the Infinity characters all have those crispy, hard-edged brows. Let's mix it up. Okay, but he's got some super thick eyebrows and very low. So typically I don't model in an expression, but when the character is in that expression most of the time, then I will consider it. And obviously this guy is a pretty stern dude. So I'm going to pull his eyebrows down. This guy reminds me so much of Wyatt Earp right now. Wyatt. My nephew's name's Wyatt. Okay, let's see. Do I ever have to sculpt morph targets? Yes, I do. And I actually like it a lot because it's a lot of fun. I get to do facial expressions. So, and it's, you know, the reason it's fun, honestly, is because of Zbrush. Like, it's okay in Maya, but Zbrush just makes it so easy. And if you go back and watch my, I did a stream where I modeled a hippo. It was Aaron Blaze concept of a hippo. I went through and I made some morph targets for that hippo. You can go check it out. And that was pretty fun. I really need to shrink this, the brow down on this side. What the heck is that? See this little... What? Sometimes things just go... Look at this. It's almost like a mouth. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, I still have clip active. Must have been on the bottom of the head. Just a little loop. 15 minutes with the move brush, just opening and closing the mouth. Exactly. Like a puppet. Hey guys. It's especially good if you have topological and the range set to like 3. And you can totally like rah rah rah. It's better when it has the teeth and everything in there. Okay. I'm just noodling at this point. And that's a thick eyebrow. I love that hippo dance with the alligators and stuff. It's classic. Okay. Trying to pull his temples out. Just to shrink this thickness. It's not working too well. Okay, I'm going to have to resort to polishing these down. Let's see. There we go. All right, let's see. Let's make his soul patch. Let's see. Use the gizmo to make the model I'm working on. Swing a sword. Oh, for sure, Rabbit. Sometimes I'll do the whole the animation thing too, right? Turn around. There you go. Animation. I was testing to see how he moved. Okay. Soul patch. Thanks for the follow, Pedro. If you guys think you can right-click on my name and follow me on Twitch. I'm going to start streaming on my own channel soon, I hope. That's the idea anyway. Okay, I want to change the shape of this mustache, give it a little more thickness down here. There we go. Okay, I'm thinking his, let's see, the distance between the bottom of his eye and the mustache is a little too far. Okay, that's better. So I'm going to move the mustache first. Look at that guy. Okay, split hidden. There we go. Looking tougher. Gotta look tough in the West. Give him a thicker neck too. Let's see, let's give him some, a little bit of warmth, I think, to the face. Sometimes the painting doesn't really work at this low of, see my poly count's really low. It's like this, it's pretty dang low. These polys are pretty stretched. I think I'm gonna try and Z-remesh him. So I'll duplicate this, hide this one, and then I'm going to apply this dynamic and then Z-remesh him at a higher level. So let's try 4, see what happens. Well, I think it was actually squishing up the eyeballs, but yeah, the soul patch, it really adds, but like getting his eyes really narrow and shortening the distance between his mouth and his upper brows. There we go. That's better. This will be a better surface to model or to polypaint. But let's get that skin color back, because when you Z-remesh, you lose the skin tone. And since these clothes aren't filled with anything, it keeps changing colors every time I select a color. Okay. Let's fill this. Then turn his brows and his stash back on. Now we can get to poly painting. Give him some shadow, some 5 o'clock shadow here. Let's see what we can pick. When I use your hard surface brush, I feel like it doesn't do much. Any tips on using it correctly? Is it like H polish? You're talking about this polish brush right here? Yeah, it's a little different. I'll show you. I'll give you a demo of it really quick. 1 second. There, he'll really start to look better here. He's like undead cowboy with his white eyes. Let's see. Then I'll bring in some reds to really warm him up here. Just on his nose. So I'm coloring him way early. This is like way, just because it's kind of like I can't help myself, you know. It's one of those, I want to see what he looks like with color. I can't stand it, so I do it anyway. But I typically add color before any of my coworkers do. They'll keep them in the gray for a long time, and I like to add color sooner, just because I'm impatient. Yep. All right, let's give him some... All right, taking off? Thanks, Dark. Thanks for stopping by. All right. So the reason I changed the color to black is because now I'm going to insert, instead of painting on the eyes, since they're just solid black, I'm going to make them into a sphere. Like this. But then I'm going to squish them. And this is something I'll do occasionally, not all the time. Okay, let's see. And it just kind of, it's fun because it's a little more temporary than paint. And it gives me a nice solid edge as soon as I get it in there. So sometimes I'll do that, sometimes not. Depends. Now he's derp-eyed. Okay, let's fix the derp. Let's see. Oh, come on. There we go. This is what's cool about this new gizmo, is I can move them from the front. See, with the Transpose Master, I would have had to have moved them from below. Yeah, it all depends, right? He got kicked by his dinosaur. Whoa. Kind of like his eyes darker. I'm going to fill them with a darker gray. That's better. That's a rookie mistake a lot of people make, is they'll make the whites of the eyes just bright white. They're white, fill them with white. And they're hardly ever bright white. There we go. It's high noon. He does kind of look like the dude from Overwatch. I love that guy. Let's see. McCree. I love McCree. This guy is based on McCree a bit. I would say inspired by. Okay, let's give, it's funny to say, but you know, typically guys don't have eyelashes, but eyelashes add a lot. And now that I have a little more, here's this color that I've done. Now that I have a little more geometry in here and he's closer to what his final, I can come in here and really give him some detail, like some edges on these lashes or on these eyelids. Even though he's still really low. I mean, look at this. This is still really low, right? But pinch will work on that low because it still pinches the geometry together. Just gotta be careful because it'll drag all the geometry. There we go. See that edge right there? Have I played Fortnite? Not yet. I want to. That game has a great style too. Do you play it? It's a good game. Do they microtransaction you to death? That's what I was worried about in that game. Do a little crow's feet happening out here. Not yet? Okay. There we go. Let's see. Let's detail out that nose a little bit. The Battle Royal version is totally free? I'll check it out. Okay. I'm going to put some more details in here. Let's see. I need some water. Oh, serious? That's saying something. The only game you'll get your wife to play. How do you do that? Let's see. Mesh. Part of the reason I love to stay in Z-remesher mode as long as possible, because I can do things like that. It still stays clean. Come on, nostrils, work with me. I'll check it out. Who makes that? Is it Epic? I'm trying to remember who made that. Yeah, Epic, okay. That's cool. I'm so glad they made a stylized game. So they've been making stuff like Gears and, you know, those for so long. Soften these guys up. Just a hint. Oh, okay. So you can pay access. That's good. Let's see. Sometimes it's hard to get these colors. I just want to darken his chin just a little bit more. And I'm going to take it into the blues. The blue-purple spectrum. All right, AFX, thanks for stopping by. Look at him in purple. The cowboy who wore purple. I need to detail out his ears, kind of similar, in a similar way that I did the nose. Oops. Let's see. If you're just joining the stream, hello, welcome. I hope you guys are sculpting or doing something like that as you listen or watch. That's what I always like to do. Always creating. Okay. Oh, hey, Jason, what's going on? Actually, just finishing your stream from last week on your YouTube. Yay! I am here. This is how much progress we've made today. I've just decided to work on his head. The hair is just a temporary block in. And somebody asked me about the polish brush. So let me show you the polish brush really quick. Okay. Ugh, making a ninja, nice. Let me save this. Let's see. Okay. Let me append a sphere. Polysphere. Sure. Okay, let's see. This polysphere is tiny. Let's make it bigger. And make it wider. And I'll change to this zebra gray so you can see the surface better. Okay, somebody was asking me what my polish brush does. Sorry, I forgot who. So let me show you what H polish does first. So here's H polish. This is the brush that most people are used to polishing with. And if you polish with this, even turning down the intensity, you can see that it pushes beyond the surface. See how it divots in there like that? Even very light. It's still pushing into the surface. And typically you'll have a mesh that's more dense than this, so it's slower. but it still will push. So the thing that this one does, that I have, this one, when you push in, you can see the difference. It goes to flat. See flat? And it takes a little more to push it. It's slower. It's more subtle. And then when you go across the surface, it's pretty subtle. You can turn that down and just be really light with it to polish. Then it also has, both of those brushes have an alt function that actually pulls the geometry up to the brush. So if I'm holding alt, you can see how it pulls it up. So it's kind of like the outside of a crater. It just pulls it up. And I will use that sometimes to do some hard edge work, like I come on this side, this side. I subdivided it again just to get it more. But see how that gets a nice, tight, sharp edge? With H polish, it's a lot more difficult to get that. See, I don't even know how to do it. Like, no way. A cubed. What's going on? We're getting raided, people. What's up? This is Ashley and Lena. What's going on, you guys? As you come to see me sculpting on my sphere. You are the best raider. All the raiders. Well, welcome. Thank you. Come on over. The water's fine. Hey, what's up, Ash? How's it going? Welcome, welcome. You too. What do you... Fine. No, don't leave. Stop it. Stop it. So, Ashley A Cube, she's another streamer on here, another Pixelogic streamer. What are you up to? Yep, Ronnie is right. Trouble has arrived. And Lena, do you still stream on the Pixelogic? Probably occasionally, right? But Lena's from I Has Toys, and she does phenomenal work. Phenomenal. Just working on this cowboy. Currently not at the moment, but you have before. She has before. Okay. You guys. Whoops. All right, I'm going to try something here. I know, isn't it? Well, people complain about the music. It's so hard. Maybe I'll pick your brain. It's so hard to find non-licensed music that's any good. That's not like boom, 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 you know, in your head. So, yeah, I need some tunes. Hook me up. Let's see. Please. Watching in awe. Yep. Oof, oof, oof. Like club music. Did you? Yeah, you can listen to your own music, right? Yeah, that's what... I was getting too many complaints. I think because I don't know, I yap a lot during my stream, so that I teach a lot. So like, could you turn the music down? I can't hear you. I didn't have it very loud. Boots and cats and boots and cats. Okay, what am I doing? I'm polishing. Where's polish? Deformation. Get down here. There we go. Polish that. You don't care for complaints. You're just like, screw you guys. I'm going to listen to whatever the hell I want to listen to. It's my stream. That's true, right? Okay. What am I doing? It's so true. Extrude. The ears. So, Lena, I have to say I'm quite jealous of Troy. And you know why. I told him as much. So, the other half of I Has Toys, Troy, is sculpting the... Oh my goodness. Her name is it... tell me what her name is from Battle Chasers, Monica, but is it Red Monica? Oh my goodness. And he's doing a fantastic job. Yes, Red Monica. Thanks, Squid. How's it going, man? What's the difference between Extrude and Cue Mesh? Cue Mesh is like a bag of tools. And Extrude just does Extrude. Okay, I messed his ear up, I think. Oh, 4 a.m. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Yes, amazing work on Suzu. Is it Susu? Yeah. A little PG-13 for this channel, but man, she's amazing. Amazing. Okay, I want to put, let's see. Here, I'll show you the difference really quick. Who's saying dad jokes? Oh, poser. All right. What a mess. I made a mess of this here. Okay. So the difference between the Cue Mesh here. Let's go to let's see. Whoa, not the whole thing. Just a poly group. Just a polygon. So we are on Extrude. It just doesn't extrude. Here, let me turn this off so you can see. I'll do it a couple times. So there's a couple extrudes. Extrude. And if you have a Cue Mesh, single poly, it'll start to do snapping stuff. So as I squish this down, see how it snaps out? And see, it'll snap away. And you can create holes that way, you can create angles that way. You can, yeah, Cue Mesh is crazy. It's a lot of fun. But that's the difference. You gonna take off? Thank you for joining so much. I appreciate it. Because he's green. Right. I did make a Frankenstein for Halloween. Let's see. Gotta save. The reason I'm using quads versus triangles, honestly I'm not really caring about the mesh at this point. I'm just trying to get shapes that I can use. This is not going to be my final mesh. This is essentially going to be my high-res mesh. So, yeah, at this point I'm not really paying attention to quads or triangles or whatnot. It's a good question though. Right now I'm trying to get kind of a, I don't know, I'm just trying different shapes. Edge loop mask border. Gosh dang. I want to get... I guess I'll just use this. See, I just kind of want that round inner ear shape and then pull it in. Extrude. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Let's see, I'm missing stuff. Yeah, Cue Mesh and ZModeler, so that they cut down a lot of time because there's no need to do any kind of cleanup. Yeah, for sure. If you're going to animate, then quads prove. Oh, yeah. Like I said, this is not an animation mesh. I'm not going to animate this guy at all. Later on, I will retopologize this guy, and then it will be animatable. So yes, very good point. Very good point. But this is just for high res, and I will eventually I will bake all the details from this high resolution mesh to a low resolution game mesh. This is not like box modeling in Maya at all. This is like just trying to get the shapes to look the way I want them. So that's why it's not quads, and that's why I don't care about triangles or anything. It's just the mesh right now to me doesn't matter because it's not going to be animated, if that makes sense. So let's see. If you're going, let's see. I know your course is geared more towards character design for games, but if I wanted to get into design for animation or for feature, would you still recommend signing up? Absolutely. So the difference between film and games the gap is closing and closing tighter and tighter every year. But I do cover making game characters in the course specifically, but the high-res side of things is pretty much the same. And there's a lot of my friends that have, I guess, crossed over, as you will, if you will. Like a friend of mine that I worked with. He worked at Pixar for a while, and another friend I worked with. He's at Sony Film now. He was at Leica for a little bit. Oh, yeah, that's just as long as as long as you stay low res, you can just mask out whatever you want and just hit edge loop mask border, and it'll make a little thing, and then just push it in. That way, you don't care if your edge flow is flowing perfectly around where you need it to, you know. So I did something similar with the nose, but anyway, let me show you what this guy. So this is what he looks like. Well, hopefully I'll get him to this stage eventually. And you guys, that Lena and A-Cube, thank you for bringing them over. My name's Shane Olson, and I used to work on Disney Infinity, and now I work full-time teaching online. I have an online course, and I give away all of these brushes, my user interface, and everything for free. If you go over to 3dcharacterworkshop.com, you can grab my brushes and my user interface, and you'll be on my mailing list to get information on the course. And there's some free training in there too. So there you go. And I showed this earlier. Ashley, are you still here? I showed, this is, I also do some freelance projects, and this is a character that I made for Playful, and for, gosh, what is it called? It's for, yeah, it said for Playful for Lucky's Tale, that VR game called Lucky's Tale. So anyway, wanted to show you guys. Pretty fun. Okay, let's see. So I need to get a collar on this guy. What time are we looking at? Oh, we're almost done. Yeah, I'd say we're pretty good. This is good. Let me put some eyelashes on him. Then we'll be done. This is also a thing that I love about ZBrush. I love the fact that you can just spin it like it's a trackball and get it to the side. So I can get in here. A lot of people that come from like Maya or Max or whatever, they come in here and they start spinning around and they lose where they are. They lose their place. It took me a long time to get used to, that's for sure. But once I did, I love it. I absolutely love it. I wouldn't go back. Hey, what's up? Let's see, duplicate. I think Ashley must have taken off. Or she's busy sculpting and not listening. Did Lena take off too? Okay. Let's make these eyelashes really quick. Just subtle. What? Oh. For some reason. There we go. Let's see, split. Okay, cool. Thank you. Well, welcome, guys. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate Ashley for doing that. I'm sure she had to go. Okay. So there we go. See how much they add? Eyelashes. And I typically don't put them on the bottom eyelid. The panel touch. Oh, man. I pictured Kermit the Frog. Ah! I did low poly for years. I started in 1998 in a program called Nendo. That's as low poly as you get. It was a solid modeler, meaning you could not have any holes. It would not make holes. It was just solid. Funny. When I was your age. That's what I feel like sometimes. 250. More like 60. Look at my first game was it was called Xena Warrior Princess Fighting Game on the Nintendo 64. That was brutal. That was fun though. Anybody play that? Yeah, back in DOS. I actually started using, the very first program I used was 3D Studio in DOS. It wasn't even 3D Studio Max yet. It was just 3D Studio version 3. Old, I'm old. Was it an Acclaim? No, that was gosh, who did that? I can't remember who the developer was. Titus. It was Titus. I did work at Acclaim after that. I worked on HBO Boxing. That was kind of fun. No, it's too symmetrical, but I'm just playing around at this point. Oh, really? Microplay. Nice. That's Xena. So that was back when I worked on Xena. That's when an artist did everything. Like, it was such a small company that you did modeling, you did rigging, animation. I modeled the fighting arenas. We came up with the fighting moves. We did the mocap stuff. We had the worst mocap, so we ended up doing like hand animation anyway. But we did some of the special effects and all of it. We did all of it. So that was, I kind of miss those times where, you know, the artist could wear many hats, so to speak. Now it's all specialized. All right, guys. I think this is a good stopping point for tonight. I think we accomplished a lot in a couple hours. There we go. I think I'm excited with the progress. Anyway, thank you everybody for stopping by tonight on your Tuesday night, spending the night with me. I appreciate it. Again, my name's Shane Olson, and thank you, Pixelogic, for allowing me to stream on your channel weekly. I'm here every single Tuesday night, and I stream for about 2 hours from 9 to 11 o'clock Pacific time. And occasionally I'll do a 3-hour one, like last week when I messed up, but hey, extra hour. So anyway, like I say every single session, I have an online course. I teach an online course, and I say course, it's more of a workshop. That's why I call it 3D Character Workshop, because you get instructor feedback with me. Not a ton, but I love to give feedback to all of my students if I can help it. And you can get more information on that over at 3dcharacterworkshop.com. I give away all these brushes and my user interface and my ruler file for free. Also, there's some free training in there, so if you're interested, sign up. And you can also follow me on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming on my own Twitch channel pretty soon, and hopefully in the mornings. So those of you who can't catch me at night, I'll be streaming in the mornings so you can. So those of you that came to see me at 4 o'clock in the morning, thank you very much. But I will be hopefully streaming more or better times so you can catch me then. So anyway, thanks everybody so much, and yeah, take care and have a great weekend. We'll see you next week. So long.